With me this afternoon is Kennedy Mureithi in Kiambaa and Nayoma Sampao, who is in Muguga, where by-elections are being held. And we begin in Kiambaa constituency, where polling is underway in the by-election to elect a new member of parliament. Leading candidates from the rivaling Jubilee Party and the United Democratic Alliance have cast their ballots this morning at various polling stations, but accusations continue to rock the closely monitored vote. Our senior political affairs reporter, as I mentioned, Kennedy Mureithi, is in Kiambaa. Kennedy, I'll start with you before we get to Nayoma in Muguga. What is the very latest?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Olive, there in studio. And there's a statement that is going around here. Nani atatamba na nani atatamba. Those are two words that mean two different things but have a similar connotation. One of them is going to emerge victorious, the other one is probably going home. And here the high stakes in Kiambaa mean that every vote counts. And I have seen in our moving from one polling station to the other, there is a lot of mobilization of backroom mobilization where people are being called upon just to get out of the house and go vote. This is one of the polling stations in Gashie, and literally the number of people who are coming here is very little. They have just clocked just something above 500 in the number of people that have come to vote here. But those people who are coming, there is still hope according to those whom we are speaking to, and they're saying by the fact that this is a town, then the probability of people who have already gone to work then will come later to vote is quite high, because they do expect probably starting from 3 o'clock all the way to 5 o'clock before the polling stations are closed. Then they will be seeing a surge in the number of people who are coming. But we have seen women with their children coming to vote. In other places, we've also seen quite high mobilization. There are other polling stations where we've gone to, Olive, and the numbers are mind-boggling. You could even see a queue that is going as far as 2 or 3 meters. We've also seen both those who are considered the front runners, that is Jubilee and UDA. They've been able to mobilize most of the people to come out and vote for them. And the leaders of those two, that is Karere Njama of Jubilee and John Wanjiku of UDA, have already voted. We were able to witness the voting of Karere Njama at Gashie Primary School, and there he called and he said that he was very confident of a win when the votes will be counted. That is the same message that was being communicated by John Wanjiku, who voted in the Mbegwa, and he said that they are quite confident that they've been able to mobilize enough, and that vote is going to go the UDA way. Another factor that I will tell you, Olive, is that one of the things that we've been able to notice is that there is a serious divide within Kiambaa constituency. When you mention the youth, you associate them with a certain political figure. When you mention the elderly, you're also associating them with a certain political figure. So the mobilization is not just being done according to the demographics of the people, but also we are informed that the mobilization is also going as per clans. In Kiambaa, the clan factor is also another determinant of who will get the vote. Remember also, this is a cosmopolitan town where other tribes are there, because it is in the larger Kiambu County, which has over 2.2 million people. So the mobilization in just this Kiambaa, which has over 250,000 people, is quite something. So the voters here are being asked to probably go out and vote for that person whom they want, but already through media posturing and also the high stakes level that is this game is looking at how people are coming out. We've been able to see a number of politicians who are either allied to Jubilee or UDA moving out and asking people to come out and vote. Remember, in this by-election, Olive, there is the President Uhuru factor, noting that he comes from this Kiambu County. So the Jubilee Party is going out of its way to try and call on people to come out. On the UDA front, remember, Deputy President William Ruto has quite some politicians who have gained traction over the last few years in Kiambu, and in the larger central Kenya region, and they are really going out to campaign in an effort to find their space in the political space ahead of 2022. So it's a high stakes, as we said, and all this is happening in the Mbegwa, where John Wanjiku, the UDA candidate, voted. There were also some claims that were made by Member of Parliament for Madera, Rigathi Gachagua, and in there he said that they're afraid that the state is using its machinery to call on people, or either ask them to vote in a particular way, or actually even stay home in those places where they do enjoy support. Actually, the remarks that they made yesterday, even when they met with the IEBC returning officer for this particular constituency, that is Peter Muigai, is that they are afraid there is the involvement of chiefs in campaigning or even in mobilizing for this particular vote. There is the other question where they are saying that the state is also bringing people from outside, asking them to vote in this constituency, where there is a connivance between them and some IEBC officials. These are remarks that have just been made. None of us has been able to verify independently of these remarks. But yesterday, we were at that meeting where the UDA affiliated members of parliament were there speaking to the IEBC returning officer. And also, one of the things that they also brought forth was the involvement of the National Intelligence Service when they were there. So these are all allegations. Nothing much has happened today. No, there have been no skirmishes, even as you move from one polling station to another. Only that in Banana area, where majority leader in the National Assembly, Amos Kimunya, was, there were calls by the UDA to have Kimunya removed from that particular polling station, as they believe that he is one of those who is influencing the vote when it comes to how the voting patterns. So there are some worries that are coming up, but as of now, there is no serious concern that has been raised as people now come out to vote. Here, mobilization is still ongoing. We have, in the last few minutes, because we've been here for about 30 minutes, we've been seeing a number of people coming out. Now the numbers are increasing, or probably will be increasing as the day goes by. But what we do know right now, Olive, is that those people that have not voted yet, there is a serious mobilization where people are calling upon them to come out and vote. Remember, polls close at 5 o'clock. We have not seen any incident so far that will require the polling time to be moved from the closing time to be moved from 5 o'clock. But as it stands right now, the returning officer whom we've spoken to just a few minutes ago has said that everything is going according to plan. As of now, we remain here in Kiambaa, going to get information and giving you up-to-date information. If you don't see us online, if you don't see us on TV, we are online giving you details as it appears. Back to you, Olive.